go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gun.
These two teams all tied after one. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Ready. Check.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the road.
20.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Check 50.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Great.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach. The offensive coordinator just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
To try again after the sack. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 31. Hey, alert 3.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And a cut to the side, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
23 yards, the final tally. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. On first down, it's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try good by Gano. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Watch out. Switch it.
On second down, it's Freeman. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready? Mike 25.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Ready?
22. Hey, Brickley.
Mike.
Smooth.
59. I'm coming.
59's Mike. Check.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. He's got Sanu. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. Third and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Safety screaming.
Check.
21.
Lucky.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Mike 27. Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Hey, check Mike 27. Check.
From the gun, here's Newton. Got his target, Samuel, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
What's that? 180? 20.
Check Mike.
Express.
Check Mike 27.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Express.
27, Mike 27. Get him.
Hey, check Mike 27.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You better be afraid of me.
To the air again, Newton. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. You got 3. 3 down.
A final shot before the break. Newton eluding the pressure right. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Starting the 2nd half with a run by McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
58's the money. 58's the money. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Duke Riley came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
20. 8.
Out of the gun, Newton. Big hold of the 30. Wright's got it. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Gun.
Now Newton on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 76 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken short. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Freeman again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Mike, check, 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Space.
SOS.
He's coming.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And that is incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Come on, D. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Come on.
On first down, Newton. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
36.
20.
Watch twist.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Great.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Newton buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And that is Complete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons' offense at the line. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball secured. Don't turn it over.
I got you.
51.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 5-4.
Gun.
Mike 5-4.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's complete, Hooper. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
51,
Check 59, Mike.
Go.
59. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Check.
You don't want it. Mike, check.
Now Ryan on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You track.
Check 13. Check 13.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Mike's 59.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready.
Let's go, D.
Tight end right.
Gun.
Okay, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. It's out time. It's out time, guys. It's out time.
Mike 27. Hey, here we go.
Newton on first down. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
59.
In your face.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9.
11.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Ready to go.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, he's got to be careful with this game where it is, Charles, throwing those out patterns, right?
You're exactly right, because this is why we always hear teams say, late in the game, you're trying to close things out. You'll work the middle of the field more than the outside portion, because if you throw one out there that hangs a little bit or you float it, it can be picked off and returned for a touchdown. And boy, what a dramatic turn of events that would be.
Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper. But he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike's 59.
I got you. I got you.
Gun.
Mike is 59.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
That's going to be a long day. We play to win. Let's go.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check, 59. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Mike 5-9. Mike 5-9. Hey.
On 1st down, Ryan. Oh, he's going to let this go. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Gun.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Boom. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Well, following the interception, here's Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Newton now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down.
58 Mike.
He's back to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Newton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Check pass.
Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 11 yards there, 1st down. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Three buzz.
Great.
58, right over there. Yeah. Right there. We don't want this.
58, 58's the money. 58's the money.
8.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Gun.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game.
Ready, back 25. Hey, check.
Let's go, D.
Kill. Ready, back.
They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Atlanta, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.